Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here and for taking the time to listen to this. I'm just going to take a few minutes and I'm going to be talking about the building, the biome, that actually Rob referred to in that sort of motion sickness inducing video that he provided. So I'm an environmental anthropologist, and this is an environmental project that's running in Swansea that I think you should all know about. And it's associated specifically with that building, the building which was developed by HESA, but is now also going to be run by Codi, with Becky, who was going to be my double act, but there is somebody else in the audience here, or should be, who's going to help this afternoon, a representative from Codi who can talk about the building in more detail than I can. So, I'd like you to cast your minds towards Oxford Street and where the old Woolworths building was. Opposite, or the old Poundland, opposite Waterstones. And here is a picture of how it's being reborn. So this is the biome. It's the first, it's the UK's first deep biophilic retrofit, which combines social housing, offices, retail, and growing spaces, so it's almost like a vertical farm. So, as I've said, it's designed by HESA, and it's part of the Codi social housing offer in Swansea, or it will be very soon. So the building has already saved 3,000 tonnes of carbon by being a retrofit, and it brings together an enormous portfolio of green technologies within it to provide really comfortable and affordable social housing that relies less on external sources for heat and electricity. So biophilic, as a word, means the kind of design that nurtures people's relationship or connection to nature. So the biome does this in a lot of different ways, as you can see up there from the slide. It incorporates a real impressive range of eco-tech and will save people's bills and absorb surface water to reduce flooding in Swansea, and it also rethinks urban life, biodiversity loss, and the broader health of the city. So not just the health of the economy. So the biome then is the site of this repair project. And the repair project is a visionary project that we can all be very proud of because it won quite a large amount of money from a research council competing with 150 other applications. And there were only 3 that were awarded the money. And that's a collaboration between Swansea University, UWTSD, so 2 Swansea universities, and with some help from UCL in London. And so that really marks Swansea as a global leader in the research environment too. There has never, it's been awarded the AHRC Mission Award, which has never, they've never given out as much money as this before. So it's a really important step for everyone here. It's about urban adaptation, and it's a real research innovation. So the project is looking specifically at how biophilic retrofit is an adaptation strategy to climate change. So we're all aware, living in Swansea, that things are changing. And of course, across the world, communities are facing the same urgent challenges. How do we repair our relationships with the environments that we all depend on? Flooding, biodiversity loss, urban heating, these are not distant problems. They're here today. They are with us, affecting the places that we live in and the well-being of all our communities. And we all know that nature itself is not the problem. We are. It's not the force that we need to fight. Rivers don't pollute themselves. These challenges emerge from the ways that humans understand the world. So we're asking a new question. We're moving away from thinking about how we can protect against nature's challenges to how we can repair the relationships between people and the places so that we can care for both people and nature. So, the majority of large-scale environmental projects focus on technological solutions, like flood defenses. All important, of course, absolutely vital, but a techno-focus alone ignores the deeper causes. So repair starts from a different question. How do we repair those relationships, not how do we protect against nature? And so we're doing this using inspiration from indigenous people around the world, using the notion of braiding to find new ways to work together to produce otherwise not possible insights. So the research threads of the project spell out the word repair, restoration, experience, performance, adaptation, integration, and reflection. And together they intertwine with each other, so we're drawing together, weaving together the hard facts of science and technologies with the very deep wisdom of the arts and the humanities and the community. And with that, we are going to be able to tell a really holistic story to provide local green skills, policy and legal changes, particularly around flooding, which is very important for Swansea, which will be nationally and internationally relevant, and will honestly comment on what works and what doesn't work. So what is appreciated and what isn't appreciated about the building. And so that's where you lot come in. We need you. This is your Swansea. This is not a Swansea in which we impose things on each other. This is where we work together. So, as a researcher, I'm saying to you, we need you, but don't worry, we're not doing research on you or about you, as is typically the way. We don't want to know what you think so that we can manipulate your behavior and then make you accept what we want. No. We want to genuinely co-create Swansea's future together, with this building as the core around which we speak. So we want to listen to your stories, we want to listen to your concerns, and we want to meaningfully understand your hopes for your children's futures. And so from those insights that you provide to us, together we're going to create a toolkit for cities worldwide to follow the path that Swansea is pioneering. And if we get this right, Swansea will be leading the way, showing how a city can repair its relationship with nature is not just possible, it's already happening. So if you want to get involved, as I said earlier, a person from Codi is somewhere in this room. Where are you? Oh, hooray, you are here, phew. And I are running a session under the question, how do you feel about biophilic living in Swansea city centre? So that's the question that we're going to be asking of you, and we will need that information to see how we can progress. So thank you very much for your time. I do hope you come and talk to us. It would be really, really helpful for the project. Thank you.